5 tips to help you pass your driving test in Finglas. We will listen to James's interview again, but I'm actually going to show you real footage of me doing what he's talking about. If you want to book manual or automatic lessons in Finglas, click the link in the description and fill out the form.
Jamestown Business Park, so the Jamestown Test Centre, where if you're taking a right turn out of the test centre and then the immediate left, then you have a sharp turn going on to Clancy Avenue. So it's a really tight turn. It's like a 90-degree angle. So as you're coming up to the turn, you just need to slow the car down, keep the wheels nice and straight. As you're coming up to the turn then, so as you're slowing it down, it's just going to give you a lot more control to take your turn, gives you time to get your observations in. It'll prevent you then from cutting the corner or clipping the curb.
So here we're doing Clancy's corner, everybody most hated corner in Finglas. I'm going to do it in an automatic car first, and then I'm going to show you how to do it in a manual car. Taking the first left turn, this one is always really tight. Straight up mirror, signal, straight up to the turn. I am in the auto today, I will do this turn in a manual soon. So that's grand, she moved out for me, makes it nice and slowly. Once your front wheels are past, pull and push down your side. I can see toward the, yeah, that looks safe. I can mirror signal just going crossing that line there.
Okay, we're going to be taking the next left turn, please.
Ah, lovely, everybody's favourite. So we're turning left, mirror, signal, position, nice and straight into the turn. I'm into second, I'm off the clutch, I'm still on the brake, I'm rolling it into first. I'm going to whip that wheel around. I can see that car on the left. I'm going to just, once it's clear, I'm going to just mirror move out. I could signal if I wanted. So in the first scenario there, I did signal. The second one, I didn't. The reason why I didn't the first one was the car was parked a lot closer to me when I came around the bend. Wasn't the end of the world, didn't have to signal, but probably would have been better off to signal. So next we're going to talk, James is going to speak about a turning right at a junction. I didn't do any of that in my test routes, but I'm going to show you an equally as difficult right turn. It's where you come down into Finglas Village. So what do you think the second probably most difficult thing is about Finglas Test Centre or Charlestown?
So the second one would be if you were coming up back, let's say coming back towards Jamestown Business Park, when you're coming up towards Finglas Village, coming up to the main junction there where you're taking a right turn onto Jamestown Road.
Then we're going to take the first, well then the second right turn, should I say, mirror, signal right, and we're going down through the village. That can be very difficult, especially when it's busy. And I'm just looking where I'm going. So very important when I was doing that there, because there was so many cars, there was 2 lanes of traffic parked there coming against me. I had to look where I'm going. But you have to be mindful of a cyclist coming up the middle or coming up the inside of them cars. So I looked first. I knew I was able to go, so I continued on. But then I was also having a little glance for the cyclist that could have been coming up the inside. And then once I was clear, then just look where you're going. What do you think number 3 would be about Finglas or Charlestown?
So number 3 then would be the mini roundabouts. So obviously in Finglas area, you have a lot of mini roundabouts. Particularly in the Ballygall area, you have a lot of them there together. I think you have about 3 or 4 mini roundabouts together. But with the mini roundabouts, if you're taking the exit going off to the right, if it's like the 3rd exit or sometimes it might be the 2nd, you just have to really make sure that you slow the car down. Obviously in the automatic, you're just going to have to slow it down. You won't have to worry about the clutch or the gears. But by slowing it down, it's going to give you plenty of control to make every effort to get around that roundabout and avoid driving over it.
So I don't have any footage of them Ballygall mini roundabouts either, but I am going to add a clip of a video with the most common mistakes I see at mini roundabouts. I will be adding 2 videos for mini roundabouts in the description below. Once you hear right, you know it's mirror, signal right. So usually what happens here is when people get to the roundabout, they look to the right. Because they know they need to do a load of steering, they go heavy on the gas, and then it's like, and it's way too fast. So this video is the mistakes I see when people do a mini roundabout. The other video I will post will be how to actually do it as well. But you might learn something from this as well. So now we figured out the speed. Now we're going to turn right at this. So mirror, signal, position, just like a right turn. I'm on the brake. I know I look to the right. So now I know I'm going to do this in first or just in the automatic, just really slowly, alright? Why people drive over the road marking is because they steer too early. The trick is get your front wheels past the mini roundabout. Once your front wheels get past it, then you kind of lock your wheel to the right. And then you kind of undo. Very importantly, when I was exiting that mini roundabout, I was supposed to say left mirror, left signal. as you exit. What do you think the fourth most difficult thing about Finglas or Charlestown is, bud?
So number 4 then would be where you're coming out of the test centre at Charlestown. And so sometimes when you're coming out of the test centre in Charlestown, when they come out, they take a left turn, and coming up towards the traffic lights, then more than likely you're going to be continuing straight. So you have Charlestown Shopping Centre on your right hand side. So if you're continuing straight ahead here, you need to stay in the left hand lane. The way the road dictates you, though, is at that junction, it's like as if you should stay right. As I said, when you're going straight, just stay left, and then just when it's safe, just continue.
Now, this is going to be the first big junction we're going to do. This one does be tricky. We're going to be going straight through, so your position is in the left lane. I can see brake lights, I'm doing the same. And very importantly, we make sure we come onto the left hand side of this new road. It's still green, I'm up to 50. Quick look right and left observation at the crossroads and into the left hand side here. Very important. So very important there, as you come through the crossroads, making sure you stay on the left hand side. The fifth hardest thing about Finglas at Charlestown is, bud?
So the fifth one would be the big roundabout then coming up towards Little on the N2. So more than likely, if you're coming from the Charlestown test route or Jamestown Road, they could use this route like on it. So the big roundabout at Little, it's always busy like on it. No matter what direction you're going in, if you're going more than likely straight or right, as you're coming up towards the roundabout, you just need to check nice and early on approach. Again, you're in the automatic car, you slow the car down. Once you see it's clear, take advantage of it and then just continue to go.
Now this is the first big roundabout you're going to do. This one is always difficult. So we're going straight through second exit. So I'm in position in the left lane. I'm going to slow at the brake. I'm doing my looks to the right, observation at the roundabout. He's slowing, so we're stopping. There we go. And then just look where you're going. Around the outside to get past exit 1, left mirror, left signal. I'm keeping it in on the left here, and then I'm going to do a lane change. Mirror, signal right, little look beside you. And that's it. 5 really useful tips for passing your driving test in Finglas. Just remember, if you want to book lessons in Finglas, click the link in the description and fill out the form.